So I wanted to make some comments on why it seems that demons are such a potent antagonist for people to change their lives in a better way. Um, in my opinion, demons are just the poor reasoning of people who see chaotic information, discordic information in the world. And the fear and the worst possible thing people can think of leads them to a notion of some kind of monster, something that's going to be out there to kill them, to, scramble with their heads and mess with the nature of reality. But I think deeper in our core, God has a purpose for demons. Keep talking. So, when a person is reluctant to change by all positive, resonant means that touch them in their soul, and God doesn't have any other tools in his arsenal to really rectify your behavior, then it makes sense that the scariest thing you can possibly imagine might be a good choice in trying to direct that person's behavior away from whatever's really destroying their life. Um, and this also brings me to the notion of a benevolent God. I think I know a benevolent God is a restriction on God that is not true in reality. God uses the tools, all of the tools and all of the techniques in order to help guide humanity to the best future possible. God is loving, but God isn't a nice guy. God isn't your friend. God isn't a shoulder to lean on that tells you it's all going to be okay, unless it is going to be okay. God is there. God is not heaven. Connection with God is not heaven. Heaven is something created in the minds of men, and it is a restriction on reality to a certain set of pleasurable thoughts. Sometimes I feel that way. Um, I encourage you to always, um, when you are interfacing with God and He's trying to speak with you in your life, and it's anthropomorphized, and it has a tone, a cadence, it has some personality to it, I oddly encourage you to say that is not God. But don't just push it aside. I learned my lesson. That's not fair, because for some souls, the light of God shines brightly through them, and you can get a message that's closer to truth. Um, God, I have a different perspective on God than most people do. Most people think of a connection with God as a sort of excluded middle in there. You're either with God or you're not with God. Um, there either is a God or there isn't a God. Well, there is a God, but you'll never really be able to see him because, as I said, the light of God shines brightly through some people. And that statement alone indicates that there is some continuum. It doesn't shine as brightly through some people. Your connection to God, it can get larger and larger and larger. You can get brighter and brighter. It can shine through brighter and brighter. It can speak directly to you, but it's on a continuum. And at the ends of the continuum, I tell you, I do not know. I see a curve. I see a trend. I see my human desire to say it's so close to that axis that I might as well just call it God at that point. But God is nothing that can be anthropomorphized like that. So, and I encourage you to keep, to look for where the discord lies in your life and not believe that demons are somehow some intrinsic aspect of reality. The truth of the matter is that demons lie in the minds of men and between the minds of men in those dynamic systems. And when you, instead of looking and seeing a demon, look and try to look for a soul, then you will see a reflection. That soul, you, difficult stuff to describe, but you'll end up looking at yourself and seeing the evil in you. And suddenly the demons are just the bad parts of our souls. Yet at the same time, I also believe that since demons are essentially a clumping together of discordant phenomenon, there is one more that usually ends up in there, and that is the fact that we can't really truly know the souls in the past. They become fuzzier and fuzzier, and they sort of fade out of reality. And that fuzziness with the at-hand answer of a demon makes it very easy to dump more energy into that concept. In general, we dump energy into the demon concept when it involves negative feelings, aggression, fear, other negative ones, anxiety, stuff like that. So focus on the discord resolution. Look deeply at the interaction, try to find out what went wrong, look deeply in yourself. You can feel when something resonates with you, and you can feel when something is discordant if you look hard. Yet I do know at times the discord can be so low you almost can't see it, or the resonance just so pure that you can't feel it.